What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my next episode of Joe Winko Talk. Well, this is going to be a serious topic, something that really upset me that happened to someone else. I wanted to speak up on it, and I wanted to help do something about it because I honestly think this whole situation is completely unfair and it needs to be taken care of, and we need to do something about it. I want people to sign this petition that I shared online for a meteorologist named Erick Adame. So Eric is a young Latino weatherman who had been working for a news station as a weatherman in New York City, but he was fired from his job because he was performing on camera for a webcamming site, an X-rated webcamming site. But someone recorded him without his knowledge and without his consent and sent out his pictures to his parents and also to his boss at the news station that he worked at, and he got fired for it. And as I imagine, this is very devastating for him. And I think it's completely unfair that he got fired for this because those pictures of him were leaked out without his consent. Some sick person did it, and that's actually illegal to leak out explicit pictures of someone without their consent. That's actually a crime called revenge porn, and the person who did this to Eric needs to be found. This actually makes me really angry because the same thing happened to me a really, really long time ago. It was a very long time ago, but that's honestly a crime, and this is not okay. This person was intentionally trying to sabotage his career, and it's just sick that they actually did this. He had 15 years of meteorology experience. He's been a weatherman for 15 years, and then they just fired him just because of this. He didn't harm anyone. He wasn't breaking any laws. So what? So what if he wants to go on a webcam site and wants to talk to people on an adult webcam site? There's nothing wrong or nothing illegal about that. I don't know why they fired him. It's not right and it's really unfair. So basically, the whole objective of this petition is to give Erick Adame his job back. He does not deserve to have his dream job terminated just because of this. He wasn't harming anyone, and he himself is a victim of a crime. I have the link to the petition in the pinned comments of this video. I'm asking everyone watching this video to sign it because we're almost at our goal for the number of signatures. And I wanted to do this video to get the word out there because I felt very sorry for him because he does not deserve to be scrutinized like this and to be unfairly fired like this. This was literally his dream job. He also has a site about himself, a website where you can read up on him and read up about his past. And from what I read about him, he was really excited to have this job in New York City. There's also another thing that he posted, and I'm going to be reading it to you guys right now. This is his response to everything that has been going on and to everything that has happened. And I have pictures of it right here, and I'm going to read it to you guys. He posted this on Instagram. Here's what it says. I have recently been terminated from my job as the meteorologist at Spectrum News NY1 in New York City. I am taking this opportunity to share my truth rather than let others control the narrative of my life. My psychiatrist calls my actions compulsive behavior. Others would call them reckless, stupid, or brazen. I'm not in a position to argue with any of these descriptions. Despite being a public figure and being on television in the biggest market in the country in front of millions of people 5 days a week for more than a decade and a half, I secretly appeared on an adult webcam site. On this site, I acted out my compulsive behaviors. Okay, I just want to add this in. There was nothing wrong with what he was doing. He was just on an adult webcam site. We're all human. We all have sexual desires. We all have sexual needs. That should not be stigmatized. He was not doing anything bad, and he shouldn't be fired for this. Let me continue. While at home, by performing on camera for other men, it was 100% consensual on both our parts. I wasn't paid for this, and it was absurd of me to think that I could keep it this private. Nonetheless, my employer found out, and I was suspended and then terminated. And his employer found out because one of the guys who were watching him apparently recorded him without his permission, screenshot his pictures, and sent it to his employer, which is illegal. That's not allowed. Here's page 2. First and foremost, I unequivocally apologize to my employers at Spectrum, my coworkers, my audience, my family and friends for any embarrassment or humiliation I have caused you. And this is not right. They shouldn't be embarrassed or humiliated by him. It's his life. I mean, it's his sexuality. He does not deserve to be scrutinized for that. You expected and deserved better from me. I can't take it back, and I can't change what I did, but I am getting the professional help I need so I can make appropriate decisions that don't affect those I care deeply about, as well as my career as I move forward in my life. As a public figure, I recognize that I have certain responsibilities that come along with the privileges I enjoyed. But let me be clear about something. Alright, I'm very glad he typed this part. I don't apologize for being openly gay or for being sex positive. Those are gifts and I have no shame about them. And he shouldn't. Right now, I'm adrift in my life for the first time in many years. I had the job of my dreams, and I lost it due to my own lapse in judgment. Don't worry, you're definitely going to get it back. But I'm optimistic and perhaps naive enough to think that I can come back on television and do this again someday. You will, very soon. After all, the odds were against me almost 2 decades ago as the son of working-class Mexican immigrants who was the first in the family to go to college, the first to be on television, the first to make something of himself. And you know, it's not fair that they're throwing this all away. Everything he accomplished when he didn't even hurt anyone. It was someone else who did this, who leaked out those pictures. He should be allowed to have that personal life, but let's keep going. I'd like to say something to the news directors across the country, those who will make the ultimate decision on whether or not to hire me. In the future, please judge me on the hundreds and thousands of hours of television that I am proud of, and that my employers have always commended me for, and not for the couple of minutes of salacious video that is probably going to soon define me in our clickbait culture. Think about your management of the newsroom. What have you overlooked, forgiven, or ignored? In the end, all talent is fallible, full of human foibles, and your job is not made easier by our antics. One thing I can promise is that I have learned a lesson, and I will be an exemplary employee and the most informed, enthusiastic meteorologist you have ever seen. And that's absolutely true. However you feel about me as a colleague, viewer, or friend, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to what I have to say. It means a great deal for you to hear this from me. In my own humbling moment, I have nothing but love and gratitude for all of you and the world. I absolutely loved my job, and being a part of your day for years was an absolute honor. I have been blessed and know it and will act accordingly moving forward. Sincerely, Erick Adame. You know, I started to tear up at that really. And in all honesty, now, I feel like if he would have been, like, showing off on cam for a bunch of women, no one would even be thinking much of it. But just that the fact that he was showing off for men and everything, I think there's some homophobia is another reason why he was fired from his job. And this is not fair, really. We need to stop stigmatizing people like this. I mean, we all have sexual desires. We all are sexual humans. That's why so many of us exist. But he didn't deserve to lose his job. And I think the people who leaked out his pictures without his consent should be prosecuted. This is not okay. And I feel really sorry for him. And I want everyone to sign the petition in the pinned comments of this video so we can send it to the news station that he worked at, and so he can get his job back, because he absolutely does deserve it. He worked hard all of his life, and he doesn't deserve for his career to be terminated, even though he didn't do anything wrong, because he seriously did not do anything wrong. It was an adult chat site. He's allowed on there, and one sick person wanted to ruin his career and sabotage his career. And we can't let someone like that win, really. So I shared this on Twitter, and I also shared it on Instagram, and I shared it on Facebook with the hashtag Give Erick Adame his job back, because he deserves it. And we don't even need, we just need less than 100 signatures. We are so close to reaching our goal. More and more people are signing it, but the more people who sign it, the better. So please sign this petition, and please help this man get his job back, because he didn't deserve what happened to him. And I just want to say that I'm very sorry that someone was cruel enough to do this. I mean, send the pictures to his boss and to his parents. People are really sick. But either way, this is nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, there's nothing wrong with his behavior. So he was performing on a sexual webcam chat. There's nothing bad about that. I mean, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it, really. But it's messed up that they leaked out his pictures like this. I don't think that's fair at all. So that's why I wanted to do this episode of Joe Winko Talk. And that's basically what I had to say about this situation. So please make sure to sign the petition in the pinned comments of this video. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget to sign this petition so Erick Adame can get his job back, his dream job that he's worked hard for and that he deserves to keep. So that's basically it. Peace out, people. And I just want Erick Adame to know, if he stumbles across this video, we all love you and we all support you. And you're going to get your job back. We can promise you that. And we're not going to look down on you for any of this. It does not make you less of a human, what you've done. I mean, it's actually basic human nature, really. We all have sexual desires, and they shouldn't be stigmatized. But that's all I have to say for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. So let's help Erick Adame get his job back. So that's it. Peace out, people.